really.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
British champs always kills me off, like, for a few days. Jemma Reekie, I run for Gilbarkin Athletics Club. I'm based in Brighton. I got into running when I was 9 years old doing cross country.
You had a decent career when you were younger, when you were running? But
Yeah.
In 2016/2017, there was a noticeable sort of step up in performance.
Yeah.
Leading to some big performances such as the 1500 and 3k double win at the European Under-20 Champs. What was it that changed that year that kind of led to those bigger performances?
So in 2015 I moved to a training group that was quite a professional setup. So I pretty much when I was 16 years old turned into a professional athlete, mentally grew up a lot, seen Laura Muir training, knew what it took, and I took on a lot of that, and probably from a young age I learnt a lot, so I think that really pushed me to push in training, live like a professional athlete by sleeping and eating, and then 2016 and 17, that's when it showed.
Yeah, and in terms of Laura Muir, how much of a benefit was she kind of over, especially the past few years, just in terms of someone to train with?
Yeah, Laura's been amazing. I mean, she's an amazing athlete, and she pushed me in sessions, and even when I was younger, growing up, it was great for me to see her as an athlete ahead of me.
And you had an amazing performance at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, finishing fourth in the 100 metre final with a PB of 1:56.90.
Yeah.
Can you just talk us through that race quickly and just how that experience was as a whole?
I love Tokyo Olympics, like every moment of it. I just said enjoy it, and I was gutted not to come away with a medal at the time, but looking back, I think it was good for me, and it's going to push me on to get those medals in the future.
Definitely, and you seem to have gone from sort of strength to strength over the past few years, but last season might not have been exactly what you hoped for. You suffered from glandular fever earlier on in the season, and how do you sort of deal with that mentally, and how do you keep in a positive state of mind when things aren't particularly going great?
Yeah, last year was really hard for me. I think after those Olympics I came back thinking, right, that's it, I'm getting a medal this year. And then to get hit with glandular fever was really hard mentally and physically, but probably more so mentally. And this season now is just getting that confidence back, knowing I'm not unwell anymore, and let's push on and get back to where I was at.
Definitely, you're back on form now, definitely, after your second place finish in the British Champs in a hard-fought final against Keely Hodgkinson in 800 metres. How does it feel to be back in top form again, and how much do you enjoy having that sort of domestic competition with Keely Hodgkinson?
Yeah, Keely's amazing at what she's doing, and she's pushing this sport to other levels, and to have that in Britain's amazing. And for me to go out at British Champs and challenge her, I think it just shows mentally and physically I'm back, and I want to chase medals this summer.
Definitely, and speaking of standards, the standards for professional athletes are extremely high at the moment, and the demand is also very high. How do you sort of balance being a professional athlete as well as just a woman in her mid-20s who just kind of wants to enjoy her life as well?
I think it's definitely something that you need to get right. I think if you surround yourself with good friends, my family's been amazing, got a good boyfriend, they all keep me grounded, they all keep me happy and doing other things outside of the sport.
Definitely. And where is it you're based now? And how are you enjoying this new setup?
So I'm now based in Brighton. It's amazing. The group's amazing. The running's good down there. I miss home, I miss Scotland, but it's what I've got to do for the next few years.
Definitely, yeah. And especially in the terms of the sort of build up to the World Championship and British Championships, what is sort of a typical training week look like for you at the moment?
Just now I'm probably on the track 3 times a week, 1 easier session, 2 hard intense sessions, and then some runs in between. But I've really stepped up my gym this year to get stronger, to be able to compete with those 800 metre girls.
Alright, and what's your session today?
Today I've got 16.4s at tempo pace, so quite chilled, but 16.4s for me is a mental challenge, so yeah, it's quite chilled, but also it will test me.
Quick quick question. Have you got like a set sort of warm-up and drill routine you do for all your sessions? And
Yeah.
is that any different to like what you do like before a race?
Yeah, so I do the same warm up for every session, like my races. But when I'm doing some races, I'll do some more faster strides in my spikes.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
only difference.
Obviously, you're a Nike-sponsored athlete. How did that whole thing sort of come about from being a club member at Kilbarcon to getting signed as a professional?
Yeah, so after I won the European Championships in 2017 for under 20s, Nike picked me up. I was really lucky that they see my potential and they picked me up, and I've been with Nike ever since.
Nice one, yeah. And what are your go-to shoes for sort of easy runs and sessions and racing spikes?
So I do my runs in my Vomeros, and then I wear the next percent, these ones for my tempo, and then I wear Dragonfly for every track session I do.
And they're your go-to ones for racing as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get me a job with a pacer.
One.
We went too fast.
It's okay.
No.
First 5 done, how are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah. I'll just walk off.
Thank you. What, to the place in London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your session?
Session was good today. It was nice to have Callum helping me out, and yeah, it was a good session. Enjoyed it.
What have you got planned for the rest of your season? Is it like full steam ahead to Budapest, or you've got some upcoming races?
Yeah, so I got a 1500 this weekend in Poland, and then I'll go to London Diamonds League, which is a big one for us. And then, yeah, go to camp, get ready for Budapest.
Sounds good. And there's a lot of really good young female athletes in the sport, especially in Scotland.
Yeah.
How much do you enjoy seeing that, and also how much do you enjoy being like a role model / sort of inspiration for those younger athletes?
It's amazing. I love to see the younger athletes coming through. I keep an eye on it on the Scottish Athletics page, and we have some great athletes out at Kilbarchan ourselves, so I've been keeping an eye on them, and I just hope some of them follow in the footsteps of us athletes or do even better than us.
Definitely. And if you could give them one piece of advice, what would it be?
Just keep going with it and do it because you enjoy it. I think you go through some hard times, but if you love what you're doing and you commit to it, good things are going to come.